Hey everybody, it's Dr. Carmen Bryant and this is Car Chronicles. How you guys doing? You doing all right? Well, good to see you. Thank you for joining me. Let's do this. You guys know I have a conference coming up on July 27th. Don't wait till the last minute. Get the tickets. This is my 4th annual conference. I'm going to be in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm going to be at the Marriott Marquis right there on Peachtree. So you guys can go out and enjoy Atlanta, the city. But we're going to be doing the conference on July 27th. And the conference is Breaking Generational Cycles. Breaking generational trauma. And to break generational trauma, you have to recognize where you have been traumatized. The young lady by the name of Tasha Leland, awesome woman, Confessions of a Christian Girl. If you go look on Instagram, you can hear her when she talks. But she's on Tuesdays in my mother's room with your Destiny Helper, with Apostle Helen Sadler. But one of the things that she said a long time ago, she brought up an African proverb, which is so relevant to the situations that you have been through. Most of us have been through, is when a child leaves home hungry, they go out into the world starving. And some of you not just come from a home that lacked empathy and love and compassion and encouragement, that you come from a long line of family members that had no empathy. Some of you guys don't even hug. You don't encourage each other. It's like everybody competes with everybody. And so you're out here looking to replace, or you have this void. So you're looking for someone to make you feel good about yourself, to make you feel loved, to make you. Isn't that what the narcissist does? And I'm not calling you a narcissist, but that's what the narcissist does. They're always trying to find an injection. That's why they go out there and look for supply in order to get fueled, because they cannot. Sorry, that was my phone. But they cannot regulate their own emotions. They cannot regulate themselves. So they blame everybody for their low self-esteem, their depression, their anxiety. They're constantly looking for that fix. And it may last for a few moments. It's temporarily, and then it goes away. But some of you who come from families and backgrounds like that do the exact same thing. You're looking for satisfaction and love and affirmation from people that can't provide that for you. And when you come out into the world hungry and desperate, guess what you do? You keep drawing the same thing over and over again. That's like Einstein said. You keep doing the same thing over and over again, and you're expecting a different result. That's not going to happen, because you did not take the time to detoxify. You're just like in substance abuse treatment. It's intensive services. Depending on how long you've been addicted and what drugs that you use, you're going to be intensive services. And not just, it may be a 3, 6, 9 month program to get you off of the drugs and alcohol, but it's a lifetime of work. That they have to go to support groups. They have to go to therapy to find out why were they addicted to the drugs. And the same thing with many of you guys. That's why my sister just had a conference over the weekend, The Indelible Woman. And she was talking about that. Go look it up. Je ne sais quoi. Sound real sexy, don't it? Je ne sais quoi. But the indelible woman. Some of you guys are indelible men. But you're going out there and you're looking for something that a person cannot make you happy. You have to be happy yourself. And it's going to draw the same type of people. It's going to draw like-minded people. If you're out here with holes in your hearts and you never take the time to figure out what your value, and people in your family have made you to feel like you have no value. They may not have told you you were valueless, but the way that they have handled you, they've handled you like you have no value, like you are irrelevant. And oh Lord, don't let you be, and I'm not saying better than, but you decide that you want to get away from, you can look, have you ever looked at your family and just thought to yourself, my family's jacked up? Have you ever just looked at your family as much as you love them, and you had a good time at the family reunions, and your uncle burnt down the backyard all the time? So Eddie Murphy used to say, your uncle went out there, had a barbecue, think he could barbecue, and burnt down the whole backyard. You got that one drunk uncle, you got that one high uncle, you got that one auntie that always got another man when she coming in there, she confused, the kids tearing up folks' house and stuff. Have you just looked, and then you like, but it's so much fun, and then you finally look and be like, they are so toxic. They are so dramatic, because you never really and then you look, you're like, oh my gosh, and it goes back, and you like, all these people have issues, and you just shake your head. You're the one who got away, and you're doing something different, and you feel bad because they make you feel bad. They've made you feel like you are less than. And then when you try to have some type of self-esteem or self-worth about yourself, they make you feel like, oh, you better than us now? Oh, so you real conceited. You need to watch that pride and vanity. You need to watch yourself. And you're thinking to yourself, you don't want to offend You don't want to offend anybody by being confident, but at the same time, it's like you're straddling the fence. I don't know whether to be confident or proud of myself. Because they don't feel good about themselves, especially them old narcs, and you're doing better than a narcissist has, and they're angry at you, and they're looking at you because you're doing all the things that they ever wanted to do, so they never have anything positive to say to you. It's time to break those generational cycles of trauma. And the way that you break those generational cycles of trauma, you have to do something different that you have done before. Remember, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over again expecting a different result. And some of you guys are jumping from relationship to relationship full of emotions. Don't you know that a narcissist we can hear it. You don't even have to be a narcissist to hear a person talking and hear a person just talk all emotional. Even me, as a therapist, I can understand, and some of you guys as well can understand how people can be taken advantage of, even when they come into therapy. And we take an oath to make sure that we provide the best care and we do not cause injury. But when we're talking to people that are traumatized and how they talk to other people, I can see how people are taking advantage, because you have diarrhea of the mouth. I know it sounds gross, but we say it in the military. You got diarrhea of the mouth. You say anything and everything that's on your mind. You tell all your business. You talk to everybody about your business. You're talking to one person, you turn around and you're telling everybody the details of your life, how you've been hurt. That's how a narcissist hunts. Then you see those people that are bitter. I ain't never going to be in another relationship. Men ain't no good, women ain't no good. They just bitter. And when they see a couple that's together and trying to make it, they ain't going to last very long. Because all men are like this or all women are like that. No, that's the experience you had, because you did not take the time to go through your recovery. And so you keep doing the same thing over and over again, and you keep drawing the same thing because you didn't put yourself in recovery. You needed to go to rehab, and you didn't. I don't go to no therapist. That the therapists, they just full of mumbo jumbo. They don't be. How about you shut up? That's what you do. You shut up, because I'm a therapist, so don't be talking bad about us. Not all of us are bad. And then you take out the principles of what they're saying. If you can't find exactly what you want, one size don't fit all. And if you don't find someone that can provide you, you take the content, take the principles of what they're trying to teach you. Because when it comes to healing, it's up to you. You can't go to a coach or a therapist, pastor, or anybody else to get help and expect them to change you. They can't take away your pain. They cannot take away your pain. It's a process. And stop telling people time heals all things. Shut up. Time don't heal all things. Time make things worse. If you break your arm and your bone is sticking out from your arm, you don't sit there telling me, well, time gonna heal that arm. No, it ain't. Your arm gonna heal crooked. You need to go and get some medical help to have them reset the bone. And then, because you took actions, you reset the bone and put a cast on there. And after a while, time is gonna heal that arm, because they're gonna keep that cast on there for 6 to 8 weeks. They're gonna do another x-ray to make sure the bones have healed and everything. But that means someone took some action. And it takes time for you to take. Yeah, time will heal if you're taking action to do something to heal. So you can't go pointing your finger and this don't work. I don't want to try that. Last time I tried to use a DV advocate, it didn't work for me. Domestic violence advocacy no, because you're wanting them to fix your situation. You have to fix your situation. Yes, somebody has caused you pain. You've grown up in a family. There are people that are in foster care system, and you can look at generation of children being in foster care. What do we need to change that? What do we need to do to make sure that this doesn't happen again? You can almost tell, like at a certain age, or when you have children, you can tell where things went amiss. What about those that have been violated in childhood? When you've been violated in childhood, your concept of relationships have changed. You think that in order for someone, you people please. So you think in order for someone to love you, to accept you, to get your needs met, to manipulate people means to give up something so precious like your body. Because that's what you've been taught. Or what if you grew up in a household where you had prostitutes and pimps in the house, and you got to do what you got to do to get what you got to use what you got to get what you want. What in the world? Now you thinking back like, well, that's how I was taught. That's how my grandmama then was taught. Look at the era that they were in. Look what they used to do in order to survive. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. That means that you have to make some changes in order to break the generational cycle of trauma and abuse, substance abuse, and you have to make changes. You have to do something different than the family members have done, and that's hard. That's called a curse breaker. Join me in Atlanta.